have in front of me here a Toolless RJ45 connection cable. Okay, basically the purpose of this is where we want to connect in a Cat5 or a Cat6 cable and terminate it with an RJ45 connection such as this one here. But we don't want to go through the laborious task of having to put an RJ45 connection onto it and then requiring an RJ45 crimping tool to crimp it on. This allows us to do that, connecting the Cat5 cable without the need to have those specialist tools, and it keeps the job a lot simpler. So let's look at what comes in it. Termination here is with an RJ45 connection. We can see here that it just pushes in, and then the easy release mechanism is on this as well. So it's a very nice design of the RJ45 cable itself. The cable then is about 20 centimeters long, and we come along to the real magic here, which is the junction box. So I'm just going to open the clip on the side here. We'll have a look inside the box here. And the first thing we note here is that there's a little flap here and there's colour codes on it. So there's white, orange, orange, green, white and green. Okay, so the first thing you're going to note on that is that that's a total of 4 cables to be connected here. But anybody who's worked with Cat5 cable will know that there's 4 pairs, a total of 8 cables. But for data transfer we only actually need 4 of these cables here. So it's taking advantage of that fact. So how does this actually allow us to lock this in without using any special tool? Well, if I just insert my finger here, I'll try to show this as best I can. I'm probably going to block the view there, but you can see here, I was just able to pull up this flap here. And what we have inside here is, we have a total of 4 holes here, where we can actually guide in very easily the 4 cables we want to insert. And what we have down below is we have a total of 4 holding mechanisms here to give good firm connections here. These are just little copper connections here. And what we can do is, once we've inserted the cable successfully, we can push it down. Now the 4 holes there are very difficult to see, but what I'm going to do here is we actually have a snapshot taken on the smartphone here of these connections. So I'm just going to hold it up so you can see it here. So you can see the 4 colour codes are here, white, orange, orange, green, white, and green here. And then you can see what I was talking about here was the 4 sets of copper connections here. When the cables are in, when it's pushed down, it guides each one of the cables into these and gives a good connection. There's no need to strip back the cable, just move that off the camera again, because it'll actually be able to force itself through the outer protection and get electrical connection that way. So what I'm going to do now is the difficult part of the video, which is I'm just going to guide in 4 cables here. So this is a pre-terminated Cat5 cable here. Just cut it off there. It was actually a total of 8 cables here, but we just cut off the 4 cables we didn't want, and we just left the colour codes, and we just ordered the cables in the order that we're hoping to insert them in. And hopefully this will line up reasonably well for me. So we'll just have a go at this and see how it works out. So what I'm going to do here is just lining them up now. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show this fully to you as I do it, but we have my first cable in, my second cable, my third cable, hopefully now my 4th cable have all been inserted successfully here. So I'll just turn this around so you can see it. We can see all our cables have been pushed in successfully. What I'll do now is I'll just push this down and lock it in like that, and I have a firm connection now. And now I have, if I had this far end of it, would say connected off a route or something like that, I could have this live. More normally what we might be doing is we might be wiring this back simply directly into an RJ45 faceplate, something like that, okay? And then when we have that done, we can just clip the box back over and we get a good locking mechanism like that. So that's it anyway. I really think that's a great product. It really suits both the DIYers but also professionals as well, simply because it's so easy. And the other fantastic thing about this is that if you get it wrong or you change how you want to wire a thing, it's reusable. We can simply lift those flaps again, pull out the cables directly and reinsert them if there was some issue, something like that. Where we'll say if you're using RJ45s as a crimping tool, if you get it wrong or if you're not sure, you have to cut it off, pare back the cable and do it again. Where with this here, it just makes the whole process so easy. So that's it anyway, an overview of the Toolless RJ45 connector.